Well, a name you always have to tie to Kevin Durant is, of course, Kyrie Irving. Take a look at what Kyrie's agent, Shateli O'Reilly, said to the New York Post. I am not sure where this narrative is coming from, but Kyrie does not hate Steve Rochon. That's not a part of his being nor how he represents himself in the world. It's about peace, love, and acceptance. Despite that message, his agent declined to comment on whether Irving agrees with Kevin Durant, who reportedly wants Marks and Nash fired. Tim, so not exactly the biggest sign of support from Kyrie. How do you think the rest of the NBA is viewing what is happening out in Brooklyn in terms of the future of the team?
Well, look, I think the rest of the league is viewing this in the same noise that I made, the sigh that I made, that this is just going on and on and on for forever and ever and ever. I mean, look, it's like Bobby said. The rest of the league looks at this situation, sees how much of a mess it is, and says, we don't need to offer the Nets the sun, the moon, and the stars for Kevin Durant because they're going to have to do something because this is too ugly. Like, there's no reason for us to up our offer right now, which is why I think the Nets are going to have to try to ride this out because not only would I think it'd be in their best interest to just get Kevin Durant on board because they're not going to get anything as good as him anyway, but also they don't really have another option right now besides trading him for just far, far less.
Well, theoretically, there's a collective bargaining agreement which says that you have a contract, and if you don't show up to play under your contract, that the team can fine you, that the team cannot play you. But this is now the third year in a row, or the third big story in a row of a superstar requesting a trade and the team having to confront these kind of issues. What can be done here?
Yeah, I mean, we thought last year the Ben Simmons situation was kind of a one-off as far as a player not reporting. Now we'll wait and see if it's going to be the same with Kevin Durant. I mean, there's rules in place as far as you can be fined, up to when you start missing games. Okay, $500,000 for Kevin Durant, which is certainly a large number. You're limited as far as when it comes to practice, right? It's up. We saw it last year with Ben Simmons, $50,000 here. So not only are teams kind of gauging as far as what the market is going, teams are sitting back and saying, you know what? We need a little more teeth to these rules here. We've got the CBA that both sides can opt out on December 15th. We're going to put some more stringent rules here. But here's my question. If you're a player that's earned $300 million or $350 million like Kevin Durant, what does money mean to you? If you're trying to set a principle as far as a guy holding out, a little bit different if a guy's on a rookie contract.
I also do not think this is going to go the way of Ben Simmons. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I feel pretty confident that Kevin Durant's going to show up and play. I do think the Ben Simmons situation was mostly a one-off, and I don't think we're going to see some epidemic of guys not showing up and just sacrificing tens of millions of dollars. I think, that was obviously a pretty wild situation, but I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. And I think, frankly, I assume you agree, these CBA negotiations, to me, are going to move along pretty smoothly because everybody looks at the situation right now, sees the league is making a ton of money, sees that the tide is raising all boats, and everybody I've talked to is pretty happy about what's going on.
The league's in probably the best shape it's been in a long time when you look at post-COVID with BRI at close to $9 billion. We've got a new TV deal that's going to be coming up soon.
And both sides work together all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, I think
everything.
We'll see some tweaks. We can probably talk about the Clippers and the Warriors tax bill for another segment here. Yeah. I think that will be something that will get addressed here. But I think from the league's perspective, yes, you are going to try to put some new rules in here, but they're in a healthy situation right now.
Yeah, well, in that video we showed, there was James Harden Part 1, James Harden Part 2, Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, all of which played on the Nets. I don't know.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.